What up? It's your boy Ray V. Let's get it.
Sad boy.
Sad boy quote of the day. F ain't for fields, it's for fantasy. So let's get into our deepest fantasies, baby.
I'll give you a third for him, though.
Comment section. PJ Redacted realizes this team looks way too good to be worked on. What happens if you stack up too many draft picks and end up having to cut a bunch of players if the league decides to conspire and not trade you? Hypothetical questions. Hey, this is a pretty good team, I can't lie. And that definitely sounds like the dictionary definition of collusion. Haters will be your motivators. This has happened to me a few times, and it's always the loudest manager trying to herd all the sheep into following them is usually the one that cracks. But if you end up getting iced out and having to cut some good players, just make sure to let each and every single one of those managers know when they pick up your player that is your sloppy second. You discovered them first. You got them on your team first. Let them know. That's the league dynamic and lore for real. It's Wednesday, y'all. Time to work on your team. The team starring in today's video needs this advice. They are a contender every single year, but just can't seem to grab that ever elusive chip. Let's talk about that perpetually failing to win it all manager and his bum team. Alright, so we are in this league, F Dynasty, 12-team Dynasty PPR. Our starting lineup is going to be 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 2 flex, 2 IDP, 1 kicker, and 10 bench spots, 4 taxis, and I believe it's 2 IRs. The team we're going to look at today that really sucks is Skittles Taste My Rainbow. Guy, always a contender, never gets that dub, ever elusive trophy. We can never get the championship. He was a commissioner at one point. I took that commissioner from him. Our co-commissioners, but whatever. Let's check out his team. He got Jared Goff, Saquon Barkley, DeAndre Swift, Mike Evans, Ladd McConkey, Brenton Strange, Kenneth Gainwell, Rico Dowdle, Dicker, Wagner, and Brooks. And his bench, he got Quinn Ewers, Tua Tagovailoa, C-Rod, Rashad White, Jalen Reed, Keenan Allen, Cooper Kupp, Jordan Addison, and Dallas Goedert. And on his IR, he has Rashee Rice and George Kittle. On his taxi, he got Jatavian Sanders, Jaden Blue, Dylan Sampson, and Pat Bryant. And it looks like he has all his original picks all the way to 2028. So he's the 109 spot. 109, 209, 309, 409. Not a bad team. I mean, Jared Goff's good, but we're in a 1 QB league, so, you know, you could always get a better QB. Maybe a rushing QB would really help you, just because that does kind of make a difference in 1 QB leagues. Your backup QB is Tua. That kind of sucks. Hopefully he wins. I'm hearing that the competition hasn't even started yet, but Tua looks dummy accurate as always on 7-on-7 drills. Quinn Ewers, not sure if he'll ever get a chance now. They tried him out a bit last year and he was not too promising, but hey, maybe they give him a chance. Feel like in a 1 QB league you don't need a handcuff quarterback. Probably go to that waiver wire, and I think there's 1 or 2 guys if I remember correctly. Saquon, DeAndre Swift, Rico Dowdle, Kenneth Gainwell. They got a bunch of like running back 2 flexy type of running backs here. I mean, sure, Rico Dowdle was really good for you last season, so it was Kenneth Gainwell. I mean, you got him in their flex, but a stronger RB2 would really help your team out. Wide receivers look pretty nice. McConkey just had a bad season last year, should be better now. Mike Evans also hurt last season. Jaden Reed, I mean, they got rid of all the other receivers. Looks like there's only 3 of them left. Keenan Allen, he's gonna sign somewhere. Probably, maybe the Chiefs. The Rams would be crazy. He should go to the Rams just to stay in Los Angeles. Would really hate that, but probably the best thing for him. Cooper Kupp, maybe he does something again this year. I mean, he was pretty good in the playoffs. Jordan Addison shouldn't be a bad like flex player. I have him turning up this season. Also have Kittle and Rashee Rice on IR, so those guys will be good for you. Kittle should be ready. Looking like he's going to be ready first week. Rashee Rice, as long as he's always going to be a dummy, but should be also ready to go. In theory, he should be ready to go after his cleanup surgery and his jail stint, so we'll see with that one. Jaden Blue and Dylan Sampson, I like, they could take over their 2 roles, maybe make a 1-2 punch into both of their systems there, maybe. And Bryant could work his way into that number 2 role if they move on from Sutton this year or next. I think he can get on the field more. Definitely think he could be a factor. Maybe just an NFL good wide receiver, maybe not good for fantasy. We'll go over our real quick, just as a refresher to people. So yeah, Malik Willis, Geno Smith on here, Deshaun Watson, Kirk Cousins. Yeah, like 5 options right there. Definitely better than Quinn Ewers in my opinion, especially since Quinn Ewers isn't on your taxi squad. Would probably just drop him. It's alright if he becomes something. Then you can just pick him back up, because no one had Malik Willis, no one had Geno Smith, no one had, look at all these guys. These are 4 guys at least. 4 guys, maybe Justin Fields, probably not. Hearing Patrick Mahomes is going to be back week 1. Running backs, Keaton Mitchell, P. Ryan, Isaiah Davis. I'm hearing Isaiah Davis is actually the favored to win the running back 2 role over Braylon Allen. Might be something to keep an eye on. Justice Hill, LaQuint Allen should give you good flex points. PPR Merchant, Chris Brooks is still on here. DeMarcado, Marshawn Lloyd on here too. Wide receivers, Parker Washington. Put all that money into Parker Washington. Who cares? He's going to be a good receiver to have. Whatever team he lands on, it doesn't even matter if you play him. I mean, you can just trade him. That's great value for $100 fab, man. Ilyasovas Naylor, I think Naylor's going to put up a decent year. Flournoy will be a good Dynasty player for the future. I mean, he could even show out a little bit more this season. Handcuff wide receiver. Crazy enough to say that, but Dallas does produce. Dallas does have an explosive offense. Jalen McMillan's still right here. Jack Besh, Mooney, Kendrick Bourne. All those free points. They might not be a lot of points, but those are free points. Jalen Tolbert's on here. Anyone can end up starting for Miami's wide receiving core. Tight ends, Juwan Johnson, Gunnar Helm, Freiermuth, Gesicki. Dulcich could be the leading receiver for Miami. Shoot. All really good players there. 15 days. Didn't realize it was so soon. So we'll take a look at his team. 19293949. So at the 9 slot, he looks like he's going to have Denzel Boston. So Denzel Boston, Eli Stowers, Jonah Coleman, all right there for the 9 spot. I think I would try to trade out if I were you. Denzel Boston would be nice. Leave him on your taxi. He got enough wide receivers. I would probably just try to let someone else handle that and, maybe get upgrade, use the 109, put him with a running back or something on your team and try to upgrade that running back 2 spot or something. I mean, you already got good. You got some pretty good wide receivers. I mean, I guess the youth is there. Maybe you should just keep them because you have Jordan Addison and McConkey. You have Rashee Rice too, but that guy's a knucklehead. Patrick Mahomes made him. Don't know if he's going to get extended by the Chiefs or what he wants. We'll see. I mean, he could be a great buy low right now if he just stays on the Chiefs. That JSN money is crazy. So Denzel Boston looks like your pick here. I would not grab Eli Stowers, even though you got Goddard. I would not get Jonah Coleman. Thinking about Antonio Williams, but would rather just have Denzel Boston. He got the hands right now in Cleveland. Casey Concepcion would be dropping everything. So that's probably my pick for you. Trade out. I wouldn't even trade the tier down. I would trade 109 and DeAndre Swift. See what that gets you. That could be a pretty good running back right there. That could land you somebody good. That could land you somebody. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head. Maybe later in the video. That could really help you. Or you could just stick and pick at Denzel Boston. Shore up your youth in wide receivers as well. That's cool. So your next pick is 209. That's going to be the 21st pick. So 21 is going to be right here. Elijah Sherrod, Malachi Fields, Chris Brazzell, Kobe Lane, Katron Allen, Kalon Black, maybe Ted Hurst if he falls, maybe Emmett Johnson, maybe Stribling. Right there, I think I would take Surratt there probably. I don't think I would go down to Katron Allen or Kalon Black. I think Surratt has a good chance of producing. I think Surratt has a good chance of winning that wide receiver 3 role in Baltimore. He's a big guy. He can be that red zone target for Lamar Jackson. I could see it happening. Malachi Fields wouldn't be a bad pick, especially if Neighbors starts off on the pup. Malachi Fields will have his time to shine, build his chemistry with Jackson Dart. Chris Brazzell probably would skip. Jacoby Lane probably would skip. Honestly, it probably should bring these guys up. Probably have Skylar Bell over both of those guys now. That's probably what I would do. If anyone is interested in this 2-9, I would be open to trading all these picks. You're in a really ugly spot for value. If somebody wants this 2-9, if you could pair this up with a running back, you could pair this up with one of your wide receivers and trade for some youth. Someone takes this 2-9 and gives you a 2027 second, I would take that as well. I feel like that's a win. But Elijah Surratt, Malachi Fields, pretty good right there. Don't think I would take Katron Allen. Thinking like it's Bill's time to shine. I think it is his time to shine. I hear all the reports, reading all of them. Looks like it will be his job to lose. Kalon Black still fighting for that RB2 role with James. So both of these picks at the 21st overall pick, I don't love it. So I'd rather just take a receiver here. Next pick is going to be 309, which is going to be the 33rd pick. So at 31, you got Adam Randall right here. Probably not going to be there. Caleb Douglas, if he falls to you somehow. I'm hearing a lot of good things about Caleb Douglas. I saw that he was working out with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, so that's pretty cool. You want to use that to confirm your priors and say that he was always going to be good because, you liked him as a prospect and now it's him working out with T. Higgins and Jamar Chase confirms your priors, whatever. But I do think that this show, that pushes a little something for me. Pushes him up a little bit. I see it. But Adam Randall, that's a decent running back that you could take. Mike Washington, Damon Claiborne, probably got Claiborne over him now. Eli Raridon would be a good tight end, even though you don't really need tight ends. You're really worried about your quarterback of the future. You could take Ty Simpson and just let him sit on your taxi. Adam Randall, probably the pick right here. As always, look to trade. But cut. 3-9, good spot if it lands like this. You got Adam Randall, you got Claiborne, Mike Washington, Raridon. Any of those guys would be pretty good. I feel like Mike Washington is going to get to play alongside Genty, you know, maybe 60, not 60-40, shoot, maybe 70-30. I could see it totally happening. Damon Claiborne, he's getting all that hype. Everyone's talking about him, but we do have to remember he is a 6th round pick. Even if he does get a role this year, that doesn't guarantee anything for the future, so you might just want to sell high on this guy. Maybe. He's getting hyped up a lot right now, but official camp hasn't really started yet. I mean, he looks really fast, no pads, not, you know, no hidden or nothing. That's a good sign. But once real practices and everything start going, I will be able to tell a little bit more. I just realized I counted that wrong. He's the 33rd pick, because this will be the 45th pick. Oops, my bad. So that'll probably be Mike Washington, Raridon right there. Ty Simpson. You just hope one of these guys fall to you. If they don't, obviously try to trade out. Justin Jolie. I would take Raridon here over Ty Simpson, honestly. Those are both just future guys that are just going to sell on your taxi. I think one of these running backs here at the 309, at the 33rd overall pick, I think one of them would be good for you. Or trade. So at 43, you got Malik Benson. So Malik Benson, not bad. I would take a shot on him. Someone has to win out in that Vegas wide receiver room. CJ Daniels would be a good lottery ticket. Brandon Thompson, little Tyreek Hill over here. Next Tyreek Hill, according to McDaniels. Deion Burks, Kobe Young, Jam Miller, Eli Heidenreich, Jamari Taylor. You're just shooting to shoot right here. Maybe you just take a defensive guy at this point. It's really ugly right here. I think honestly, I sadly take Malik Benson over Brandon Thompson. It just looks like he's going to be able to get on the field. It looks like he's already confirmed to be on the field in 3 wide receiver sets, and that's more than you could say for Brandon Thompson, sadly. Maybe Deion Burks, but how much of that passing offense do you want after Tyler Warren, Alec Pierce, Josh Downs, and Jonathan Taylor? I don't know if I want Deion Burks, but he should make the field as well in 3 wide receiver sets. Eli Heidenreich, if you want to take a super lottery shot and just feel good about yourself if he hits, even if he doesn't, that's an easy cut. Jam Miller, Jamari Taylor could get a passing role over there, maybe. Seth McGowan, he could be the handcuff to Jonathan Taylor, either him or DJ Giddens. So yeah, probably take Malik Benson, Deion Burks right here at your 409. So we can look at trades real quick and we'll see what's up. Better quarterback. Let's start there. See if someone has a better quarterback for you. Baker Mayfield, maybe. You know, he runs more than Goff, but Goff will probably throw more than him. CJ Stroud, I mean, you get some youth back there, but kind of the similar thing. Pocket passer, doesn't really run. This guy is Joe Burrow, Penix, and T-Law. T-Law would be a nice grab right here. You do not need Joe Burrow and T-Law. I'd rather have T-Law at his price than Joe Burrow at his price, honestly. So T-Law here, maybe. Drake May, Tyler Shuck. Shuck would be nice. Obviously for the low, I would not pay a lot for him. Lamar Jackson and Caleb Williams. What's up with this guy? Well, you got 2 good quarterbacks right here in a 1 QB league. Stafford, Milton, Cam Ward, Justin Herbert. This guy could easily throw you something. Cam Ward, if you really want the super youth. Justin Herbert. I feel like Justin Herbert's going to be okay. I feel like he's not going to run as much. The line should be better and everything. And the Chargers should be able to run the ball more. Dak Prescott, Jackson Dart, and Jordan Love. This guy, you can grab somebody from him for sure. I think I prefer Dak Prescott over Goff, honestly. Aaron Rodgers, McCarthy, and Patrick Mahomes. No. Would not take Aaron Rodgers at all. Look at this jersey. Would not take him at all, man. Please do not take Aaron Rodgers. Brock Purdy, Daniels, Murray, and Bryce Young. This guy has hella quarterbacks too. Maybe you should try this guy. It's not the biggest need, especially with Malik Willis on the waivers, so you don't really need it, but it's a nice upgrade. Good want. Some guys are QB holding. We only got 1 QB in this league. You want Jacoby Brissett, hit my line. You want Daniel Jones, hit my line. You want Josh Allen, you're gonna have to pay up for him, but you can still hit my line. I think just upgrading RB2 or one of these running backs. You have 8 usable running backs, so we'd try to get rid of them. You want picks. You want to try to pair some up with picks and upgrade. That would be pretty good. I counted 8, but you know, I guess we could take out C-Rod if he really doesn't get a role, and then we can knock off Jaden Blue and Dylan Sampson if they also don't get a role. It's more speculation with those 3 still, but that means you have 5. You still have 5 usable running backs. We can only start 4 maximum a week, so you're already 1 extra over, and whenever that's the case, I like to trade for assets. That is probably what you could do. Alright, so I was looking over everyone's teams. Everyone actually, you know, doesn't really have super good running backs, so, you know, Swift as your RB2, not too bad, and then obviously as your backups, RB2 flexes, you know, right here, Kenneth Gainwell, Dowdle, and Rashad White. I mean, Dowdle will probably just be an RB2 straight up, probably get himself out of the flex range. Kenneth Gainwell and Rashad White, probably RB2 flex range, probably flex range more. So I was looking at everyone's running back 2s and everything, and it's actually going to be pretty hard to upgrade, and I realized realize that Swift is a running back too, so you don't have to upgrade that. And your wide receivers look fine enough, you know. So probably gonna work on trying to trade up. So if you can try to trade your 109 and like a running back and just push up into like the 104 range, that'd be pretty good. Get a wide receiver that way. Who has the 104? Give him like Gainwell 109, get back to 104, move up 5 picks, give him an extra running back because he only has Achan and Cook. I know he really needs a wide receiver, but he could still tier down, you know, get an extra running back there, and then get at 109, you can get Denzel Boston. Not the worst thing to do. If I were T, would I'd rather just keep 104? Probably would just keep 104. I mean, you could sweeten the deal, add some more picks on there, whatever, balance it out. But this isn't horrible. To work your way to trade up, you go switch out Dowdle with Rashad White. Something like that I would not hate. And then obviously you could try that with 103, 104, 105. 105, you're going to get Jadarian Price, Casey Concepcion here. 109. 5. You're moving up 4 picks, so this one isn't as dramatic. It's already pretty ugly for both tiers, but someone like Kenneth Gainwell would still work. And maybe get back a 4th or swap 4ths or something. That would be okay. You know, obviously try to nickel and dime it. You know, get some fab back. You know, swap 4ths. Give him your 409 this year. Get his 4th next year. Try to even it out that way. Would not hate this one either. And honestly, the same for 106. So you just get the leftover if this person would like it. Could use another running back, maybe a younger guy. You can honestly give them Jaden Blue or Dylan Sampson. I mean, they're also projected to have roles, also projected to be like the running back 2s in their own systems. Either of them with your 105 to get this 106 right here would be okay enough for me. Would I do it? That's a different story. Would I send this though and, you know, try to negotiate it from there? Yes I would. Running back 2 role in Dallas could get you a lot of points. Dylan Sampson, you know, if he's the preferred pass catcher out of that backfield, hey, that's a lot of dump offs that he's gonna get from Shador, from Deshaun Watson, from Taylor Green. That's a lot right there. And that's only 3 picks back. This guy probably just sticks in picks, but would not hurt to try. Honestly, even with this guy, you could like try to get McCaffrey off him. I don't think you'll get Genty or Brooks off of him. Maybe you could try Brooks after. You like Swift and the 209 if you really want to push right now and get McCaffrey. If you really believe McCaffrey has a few more years left in him, you know, he could just switch to a pass catcher only. He's not taking all the hits. He's the second guy in a 1-2 punch. You know, if you really think he can prolong his career like that, this would be a really nice trade. DeAndre Swift is going to give up not as much points. That's what the 209's for, but you get all that youth back as well. Try for Brooks. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad like giving up your 209 and like Jaden Blue to get Brooks, or Dylan Sampson in your 209 to get Brooks. Honestly, you could try to like get away with your 309 and see what he says. Try to work it from there. 3rd and a 4th, 309, 409. But honestly, 209 would just give it up. Jaden Blue and 209 would probably be a good offer for Jonathan Brooks. I don't think Brooks goes for a single second anymore. It's been too long into the offseason for him to still be going at that price. You can get away with it though. I would get away with it. Do a crazy one. Kyler Murray. No, let's get you Devontae. Come back Blue. Throw in the second. Fine. We'll throw in a second. So DeAndre Swift and a 209, probably a little bit more than Javonte Williams, maybe even. I feel like it's a little bit more. And then Kyler Murray for Jaden Blue and whatever's left over. Don't hate it. That would be pretty good. This guy has so many quarterbacks anyway. You could switch Kyler Murray with Brock Purdy, maybe. I think Brock Purdy will put up more points than Goff. I just feel like Kyler Murray's the guy he'd rather give up rather than Purdy. Try either. That's a pretty good trade for you as well. Get to upgrade your running back 2 spot. You know, you got to condense these down, to get rid of that pick as well, and then you get Kyler Murray. If he starts off hot, you might be starting him every week instead of Jared Goff. Well, that's really all I would do with your team. You know, quarterback 1, that's where we got to fix right there. Running back 2 is not too bad. Mike Evans will last you for this year, for sure. I don't know how many years he'll last you. Ladd McConkey should be better. You got Kittle, Strange, Goddard. I tend to like my flexes as wide receivers because they just get more points usually. It's more easier for them, but you got good running backs to put here too. And Gainwell, Rico Dowdle, so that's pretty nice too. We got to work on these quarterbacks. Kind of ugly right here, even if Tua starts. Kind of gross, but you can get rid of Ewers. C-Rod. If you can swing this guy to the Tuden owner, maybe he's scared of the C-Rod reports. Hey, that would be pretty good too. Rashad White should be good. Jaden Reed, hopefully. Keenan Allen, just go to a different, just sign with a team. You'll be good. Cooper Kupp, he's on his way out, but you know, hopefully he gives you another good year. Jordan Addison, as long as he's not driving, he should be good. Rashee Rice, You know he's driving, so he's not good. But he should be good for this year and future years. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if he takes a pay cut, stays with Kansas City, I could see it. But ego be killing players, you know. They just for real be killing players. Jaden Blue, Dylan Sampson. I think Jatavian Sanders could start as their tight end. Will that be good? I have no idea. And I do like Pat Bryant. Not a bad team. Just seems like you're getting unlucky, but you're getting at that point where some of your guys are getting too old and the window might be closing soon. So I feel like you got to push in, or you just got to blow it up. So I feel like you just gotta make that extra push, make that extra trade or something, you know, try to solidify this team to make them like a real championship runner, you know, before these guys hit their age cliff and they just start on the decline. Jared Goff, Saquon Barkley, Mike Evans, Rico Dowdle had a good year last year, but will he stay good on Pittsburgh? I have no idea. But if you want to just get rid of everybody, second for Goff. I don't know if you'll get a second here. You probably have to pair him up with somebody. I want at least a first, probably a first and a second for Saquon Barkley. Go to a contender straight up. If you can get a first in 2027, that's a win, but first and second would be nice. For Saquon, DeAndre Swift, you could probably get rid of him easily for a second, probably a little bit more than a second. Second and third at least, come on. Mike Evans should be a back end first, but high end second, early second type of deal. Lai McConkey, probably keep. Strange, if somebody wants him, I would trade him. Kenneth Gainwell, Rico Dowdle, probably just a second for Gainwell, second plus for Rico Dowdle. Running back scarcity, man. Tua Ewers probably don't really have value in this league. C-Rod, Bishal Tuden owner, probably has some value. Rashad White's probably like a mid-second, I feel like. Jaden Reed, back end second probably. Cooper Kupp, somebody gives you something for him probably. Jordan Addison, I feel like I'd keep him. Dallas Goedert, if someone takes Eli Stowers, I would try to say hopefully their other tight end is pretty bad and you can drop Goddard off to them. Rashee Rice, I would sell him probably right now, maybe after a good game, and just hope that no one thinks about his future too hard, because if he is not with Kansas City anymore, he is dropping hard and fast. George Kittle, you definitely got to move him if this thing's gonna get blown up. Pretty good team here, just really unlucky. Must be a really good back-to-back champion in this league. 3-time overall winner. Shoot, that's crazy. So what y'all think? The team was pretty good. Maybe one day they can just get a little bit lucky, or they can listen to my advice and get the dub this season. Knock me off my throne. But you'll only be able to do that with your daily dose of Send That Trade. Send it. Send it. That's it for today, though. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and remember, rebuilds fade, dynasties reign. Call me a lover boy, simp, Libra. It's more than lovesick. I got a fever. Feelings overloading. Not to be a diva. Standing 10 toes down. I'm not gonna leave you.